What's yours?
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
We always talked about what horror movies are based on real events, but tonight we want to find out what horror movies have caused in the real world. Good night, welcome to another video. Tonight we want to go to horror movies that made bad things happen in the world. Before that, write in the comments what is your favorite horror movie. The scariest movie you have seen in your life, write it in the comments right now so that the others can see and enjoy it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the movie review channel. First, we start with the Scream movie, a horror movie whose first episode was released in 1996, and because of its special style that somehow mixed comedy and horror, it found many fans in the world. It became one of the famous and popular movies of the year, and it was also chosen as the most disruptive horror movie of the year, and in a way it can be said that it was at the peak of success. After the public release of the film, nothing very interesting happened. 1998, that is exactly 2 years after the release, two children are arrested. One is 16-year-old and the other one is 14. For what crime? For the crime of killing their mother. That too with 45 stabs. The name of the main killer was Maria Padilla, the one who was older and had committed the main murder, and she had killed her own mother. Because of the terrible harassment that is done to her at home, she has a bad grudge against her mother. And after watching this movie, she decides to do this terrible thing with her cousin. In the police advertisement after this tragic incident, everything about the movie Scream was ruined, and this shows how much a movie can affect children, and what a terrible face it can show them. In the same year, exactly another thing happens in Belgium. A girl named Allison leaves the house to see her friend. Their house was in a small village. She sees a truck driver on the road, trusts him, and gets on it to take her to the city. The truck driver stops in the middle of the road and says that I am going to get something from the car compartment. When he returns, the girl sees him in a Scream movie costume, the same famous dress, and that girl was killed with 30 stabs, and her body was found on the other side of the street. Later, when the driver is arrested and questioned in the court, he says that he had seen the movie more than 18 times in his life and he wanted to be like it in the real world. Next movie, Saw. A movie of which many episodes have been released so far and is extremely popular in the world. Of course, not everyone likes it because it has a lot of violent scenes, and it is about a man who has sadism and somehow forces others to do terrible things in order to free them. But he still doesn't release them, and toxic plagues befall him. It brings people. Not everyone can tolerate this movie. If you see it, write to me in the comments and tell me how you feel about it. But this same movie caused a terrible incident in California in 2009. Two boys, 15 and 13 years old, are arrested. Who gave them? Their mother. For what crime? For the crime of Chinese conspiracy and attempted murder of 3 people. That too by way of torture. Now, how did this happen? The mother of these 2 children goes around their room when they are at school. Why? Because she suspected this. Why was it suspected? Because when these 2 kids came home from school, they have some strange things with them every time, and they introduced these strange items as school supplies to their mother. But the mother gradually became suspicious and found the items under their bed and saw that they had a camera and photos of 3 people under their bed along with these items, 2 girls and a policeman. Their mother is lucky and quickly goes to the police station, and it can be said that she exposes her children in a way. But a very big disaster is prevented, and it makes 3 people live a safe life, and 2 children are not murderers anymore. All this shows that if you have a younger brother or sister and they are in a lower age group and many things still affect them and their imagination is high, you should pay attention to them, because watching movies that are not suitable for them may have a terrible effect on them. And the last story, Nightmare on Elm Street movie, a film that has many fans due to its new type of storytelling and a story that no one had come across until then, and it is still being made from this film. But the first one is from 1984 and it is about a strange killer whom he wants to kill and the misfortune he wishes to bring upon them. You might think to yourself that this can't really be done in the real world, but 2 things happened in this movie, one of which is strange, very strange. Let's go to the first one. A person named Daniel Gonzalez, who also had severe schizophrenia, in 2004, after taking drugs, leaves the house. He kills 4 people and seriously injures 2. No matter how hard it is, the police will find him and take his blood and go around there and finds a manuscript. I love the manuscript that Rush wrote about killing people as much as I love the movie Nightmare on Elm Street. Later, when he was treated by psychologists and had many sessions, they came to the conclusion that in addition to his illness, this movie had a strange impact on him and caused him to have very strange thoughts, do terrible things with the help of his illness, and this will cause this person to get life imprisonment and undergo treatment for the rest of his life. But this is actually a more normal incident than the second incident that happened after the release of this movie. After the release of this movie in East Asia, which was very popular and sold out, a strange phenomenon happened. People slept at night and never woke up. And these reports are getting more and more every day in the police department. The police didn't exactly know what was happening, whether he is a special killer who is killing people. Be careful what movies you watch and when. Thank you for listening to me. Please, if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Bye!